So there's been a lot of news in War Thunder recently. There's a ton of shit. If you can see the top of my screen. So I want to cover all of it in a video before the dev stream tomorrow, which is I assume is tomorrow. I think they're going to do the update this weekend. The dev stream, the dev server this weekend. So I wanted to get a video out before that, talk about all that stuff. Blah blah blah. So first, a while ago, there was a leak list. And it was the F-15C, XM800T, F4F Ice, Leopard 2A4 M, Condor 2, which is a East German ship, SU-27SM, T-80 UE, MiG-21, UPG Bison, the 991-93, Sea Harrier, FA Mark II, so the final evolution of the Sea Harrier, Churchill AVRE for an event, Desert Warrior J11A, Antelope, which is the Taiwanese anti-air, kind of like the improved Chaparral, but with slightly better air-to-air missiles, I believe. The ZSL-2, ZSL-92, the A1A Premium for Brazil for Italy. I don't remember exactly what it is. I'll remember it later. Fokker G1, an F5A Premium for the Bienni Lux subtree for France. Unfortunately, it's a subtree. Two F-16As for the Bienni Lux subtree. Mirage 5s for the subtree. A Vectra TML 105, which is actually nice for France. Thankfully, it is actually a French vehicle. So, well, not exactly French, but maybe it is. The Leopard 1 Cockerel 3105. This is an awesome tank. I'm very happy to see it in the game. Unfortunately, yes, it's in the subtree for France. Leopard 2A4 NL, Leopard 2A6 NL, the VTL-2, which is, I believe, a ship they captured from Germany. Or F-15J MSIP, STRV 101R, the USH 204GK, and the Namur RCWS-30. So it's a Merkava Mark IV hull with a 30mm RCWS-30. So the next thing that came out, which was a while after this was 4 days ago, but I asked him to post this. The community managers did some convert closures, what we're up to, and news. So they talked about a lot of stuff. They brought the roadmap. I'm not going to read this. Researching for other nations. So say you get finally done with the tree, you can research for other nations. Drag and drop features. Detailed models, especially for the 2S38, because it can be bullshit sometimes. Crew healing. Blah, blah, blah. They nerfed the MiG-23 and 27. Dog, don't bark. Get out of the window. The BEE-7 shells for the PLZ-83. If I was talking with my Chinese friend, and he said that the regular PLZ-83 apparently had an APFSDS, not the 130. So that might be interesting. Maybe that's this shell. He really doesn't know what this shell is. I've asked him and he doesn't really know. So yeah, that was the community manager closure for this. This is just blah blah blah. What we're up to, events and stuff. And then there was the roadmap. This stuff has to load. So they brought in the roadmap. They did separate battle rating changes. And then they have the roadmap here. So, and there's been a few roadmaps, and then they've taken stuff out and they've added stuff in. So player voting, a lot of this stuff, you can read this if you want. This is one of the important things that I want to say. The reworking of APHE shells, changing the fragmentation dispersion pattern, retaining the projectile's head on its trajectory after the explosion occurs. It will be based on player voting results. Please vote no on this. How APHE works in the game is perfect. I like it. I don't want it to change to how it was in real life. It fits the game. I really don't want it to change. I don't think anybody really should. So I hope this gets voted out because it would be shit. Now this could be interesting for stuff like the USH. which is replenishing for self-propelled guns, ATGM carriers, rockets, and something like the UDS-33 or the thing that comes before it. The Panzerbill something. It's a box with an ATGM on it. Could be interesting with it because they do have pretty good missiles for the BR. But after that, it was the BR changes. Now, these are the old BR changes. There's a new list you can see here, but we'll get to that. Oh, it was the AMX. That was the Brazilian Premium. That was the Brazilian Premium. Yes, there we go. Now I finally remembered. All the things that are going up is no. Stop. I don't like it. Jaguars are shit. The tram is now at the same BR as the Tunguska. A-10s, the shittest cast aircraft with guided weapons in the game, going up. You know how hard it is to play the A-10A early, let alone the late? It is incredibly difficult. I play 10-0. I get 10-3, 10-7, 10-3, 10-7, 10-3, 10-7, 11-0. I'm fighting Strelas. I'm fighting ZSUs with the Iglas. I'm fighting Gepards. I'm fighting Ozelots. I'm fighting Tunguskas. Tunguskas in the fucking A-10A early is insanely difficult. You have to launch your Mavericks, ripple fire. You have to ripple like 2 or 3 out because they watch your AGM-65s come in and they intercept them. So you have to send 2 or 3 out to hopefully get the Tunguska from outside of the AGM-65B's locking range. So it has to get close enough to then see the target that it's trying to lock and then track it, which is not generally difficult, but if they move, you're fucked. But if they stay in the spawn like regular SPA players do, you're fine. But that's bad. It sucks. So it becomes incredibly difficult to do stuff. It's easier with the A-10A early, or late, sorry. But for some reason, it doesn't get GBU 8s. I don't know. It's just the A-10A late. It's not like they took away the ability to carry GBU 8s. Tram going up, bad. Super Etendar going down, up, bad. Yeah. All right, moving on. We've got the update. We've got the news of FOX-3s coming to the game. So coming to the game are the French Mika, the Chinese PL-12, the American AIM-120, the Russian R-77, the Japanese AAM-4, and the Israeli Derby, and the South African Darter R. Then next is the anniversary of the founding of the Corps of the Royal Engineers. The Centurion Aviary returns. Now, this is a very good premium. I would actually recommend that you get this. Unfortunately, it's not staying. If I remember correctly, yeah, it's not staying. Oh, it's here to stay. Okay, so it's here to stay. During the Christmas sale, get this. This is a very, very good tank for Britain. It's very fun. It never really fades out of relevance. So it's very good. I highly recommend it. Next is the XM800T. So now this was in the leak list. Unfortunately, it does not get AP DS. It only has the 57mm pen AP. Founding on something like the standard belt of the Leopard 2K or the Martyr A1-, stuff like that. Let me find. AP. That's not. Armor-piercing incendiary tracer shells. Now, unless the Americans did some weird thing with the gun, I'm pretty sure it's just going to have 57 mils of pen, and it's going to be like a casing shedding shell where there's like a harder piece of shell in the middle of the shell, so it's like really, really bad damage, basically. So it's probably going to be like, I don't know, 5760. Next. Small option. Keep this in mind. Option for smaller team sizes in a realistic battle. It's not standard. It's an option, which is shit. So you have to go in, you have to say participate in battles with smaller team sizes. This will only be available for aircraft with a battle rating of 10.0 or higher, where high-end air-to-air missiles are far more prevalent. Well, you'll have a here's the thing. This is above it. This is the most important thing. When this option is enabled, you'll have the chance. Get this, the chance. Not consistently, not every battle, the chance of getting into a battle with the smaller team sizes, min 6, max 12, instead of the regular battle where min is 6 and max is 12. This never happens. This never, ever happens. Further adjustments in the future are possible depending on how the sessions go, not on how the community reacts, how the sessions go. Battles should be 10 versus 10 at 10.0 plus, no matter what. 10 versus 10 or less, no matter what. The more the players in the high end slinging missiles, it is a worse game. It is a worse experience. How the battle plays out is just a shitstorm, and then you're fucked. That's it. It's a fur ball, and then there's another fur ball, or there's 2 fur balls, and they converge. It's just shit. It's terrible. I hate it. Nobody likes it. Even like people like Defin and like all the top air players are like, no. Like, let me look at the comments down here. Make it AV8 and not optional. Okay, this was the most dry. I was talking with people in VC. You see how many comments there are? 256. That's how many people were upset. Option. What a joke. True. Listen. The "you does not equal everyone" comment, I was talking with my friends who play War Thunder, who play the game, who play Air, who read the dev blogs. This pissed them off. This pissed me off. I commented, my comment's not there. This is bullshit. I don't like Stona. I really don't like Stona. He meat rides the shit out of. I mean, they employ him, obviously, right? But he meat rides the shit out of every single decision, good or bad. No one likes 16v16. Like 5 people who don't play Air RB. The people who don't play Air RB, especially top seriously, like 16v16 because it's a lot of players. They have chances to kill, blah, blah, blah. People who take the game seriously, in Air especially, do not like 16v16. You know the best part about the FOX-3 testing update, the FOX-3 testing event, was that people had fucking small matches. That was the main thing I saw in chat. And that was the main thing I liked about the FOX-3 testing. I could use a mountain like DCS. I've never played fucking DCS. But I used a mountain like I was in a Caucasus map. I think it was on like the Pyrenees Mountains or whatever. And I went behind a mountain, popped up in the J8F. I locked a Gripen up way up there, maybe at like, I don't know, like 6,000, 7,000 meters. Saw the contrail, locked him up, fired a PL-12, dove back down, gave it a little bit of guidance time. You know, they obviously knew where I was at that point because they saw me on the radar because I was the last person on the team. I died, but I got the kill because I used actual tactics in a small match with there was like a clusterfuck. So yeah. So the option is just bullshit. They give us what we want, but in the worst way possible, so they can say they did it without actually doing it. Okay, next is the USS Des Moines temporarily, get this, temporarily returns on its anniversary. Now, this is unfortunate for naval players because if I remember correctly, the USS Newport News is from like 1972, which is the like I think it's like CA 158, and this is like CA 135. I believe the USS Newport News, which is a Des Moines class, is the best naval ship for US, if I remember correct. Somebody told me this. But after looking at it, I'm pretty sure the Des Moines is actually better because it has all these 3-inch gun mounts and Bofors mounts all over. So I believe it has better air coverage than the USS Newport News. If it's not a modification, like if it's not like a research thing and I didn't check on the new Newport News, Des Moines is a great option for naval players because it's got a lot of firepower, like a shit ton of firepower. But don't pick it up. It's 8,220 GE. It's not worth it. Next to come out was the Leopard 2A4M Canadian. Unfortunately, it's another freaking German Leopard. I didn't realize it, but the Leopard 2 Panzer Battalion 123 came out 2 years ago. And update Danger Zone. Danger Zone was 2 years ago. That was so long ago. But it feels like yesterday, man. It feels like just like I lose sense of time playing this because it's like it's constant updates and stuff. But the thing is that the Panzer Battalion is still viable to research rank 8 and below because it's a rank 7. So it can research I think it's like it's either a rank 6 or a rank 7, and like I think the top BR for ground is rank 7 or 8. Whatever it is. It's one below the top rank for ground. So it can research the top rank for ground and below, and now they add this, which is pointless because you can buy the Panzer Battalion for less when it goes on sale, and this is a $70 pack for a slightly better 2PL. Because that's all this is. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool to see in game. It would have been much better as a tech tree vehicle, or maybe a squadron tank for Britain. Now they've already added a Canadian Leopard to Germany, so obviously they're going to follow the trend of that. And it's got some cool skins, and it's got some cool decorations on it with the slat armor and the camo netting, because it was in what was it? Afghanistan. And it's definitely cool to look at, but it definitely shouldn't have come as a $60, $70 pack premium that you can pre-order. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. It's foul. Bruh, yeah, this is like one of them. Bruh. So yeah, moving on to the next one is the Su-27 SM Flanker E. Now, I'm very excited about that. I'm kind of pissed off about the Elusive stuff. This is actually, I like this. I like this a lot. So it can carry 6 R77s. This got me very excited. It can carry 6 R77s and 4 R73s. And it can still carry its R27, so it may be viable to carry blah 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 like that. So yep, the R77s together with the R27T, ETR, ER, R73. But this thing's ground attack capability is fucking awesome. It gets the first guided 1,500 kilogram bomb in the game. And I've wanted the Cobb 500 KR and maybe L in the game for a very long time. I've looked at it at the on the SU-35, SU-35 with Cobb 1500 KR. Here it is. Here, these are the Cobb 1500 Ls. They're the Ls, but it's still it's like an SU-35 is an air superiority fighter, and it's got these massive bombs. So I thought that was really cool. So these are coming into the game. Now, it also gets 4 KH-29 TEs, which is awesome. 4! You get 4! That's the most that an aircraft can carry. That is the most KH-29s that an aircraft carries in the game now. Now, obviously, there's the SU-24 that can carry 4, but that's not in the game. So you'd carry the 2 here, and then you'd carry the 2 here, and then you'd carry the 4 R-73s, and then the 1500 KR. Now, I think this would be a very good aircraft to do a dual cast run with. So say you've got a friend in the SU-25 SM3, and then you've got you in the SU-27 SM. Now you've got the 4 KH-29TEs, the 4 R-73s, and the Cobb 1500 KR. Now he's got the KH-38 MTs, or the MLs, whatever they prefer, right? You know, you want to fire and forget, or do you want laser guidance? I'm pretty sure you'd use the Ls. I think the Ls are better because you can do fire and then you can dive behind a hill and you can pop back up and guide. And I believe they have point remembering too. And then they'd have the 2 KH-25 MLs, and then they have the 2 R-73s. So what I would do is have the SC-25 SM3 deal with the AA because he's got very, very fast missiles. They go Mach 2.2, take out the AA, and then you deal with the tanks with your 4 KH-29 TEs and your Cobb 1500 KR. Because you want the big blast radius, you want the good tank killing capability, and then you've got air-to-air missiles and a very maneuverable platform to go deal with the air, and he would have also the 2. So it's it would be a very good dynamic duo, I think. Now, unfortunately, SU-27 SM. Let me go down to variants, flanker E, 24 SU-27 SM also receives slightly uprated engines. Not necessarily sure what uprated is. I think they're better, but also this thing has a better RWR, so it's like a Western style RWR. So hopefully they give this thing better engines because instead of being a super maneuverable air superiority fighter, this thing was a missile truck and shit and very bricky. Like it couldn't beat an F-16 in a dogfight. There was the initial turn in, and you were fucked. So hopefully this thing is better at being maneuverable. But I'm very excited to get it as a ground player. I'm almost done with the SU-17 M4. I'm going to start the SU-27, and then I'm going to go SU-27S, and then I'm going to go for the SM because, yeah, I want to kill tanks with an SU-27. Hell yeah. So next. Now, next was the responding to your feedback on the separate battle rating changes. Now, this was actually a surprise to me. So blah blah blah. Q5L removing the increase if it. It'll be going to 10.3. Oh, wow. Wow. It shouldn't be going up. Maybe it can go to 10.0 if they give it countermeasures. If they give it countermeasures, I'll say it can go to 10.0. If they give it countermeasures, it can go to 10.0. That's perfectly fine by me. So. Countermeasures should also make it easier to... Since the next... Yo, it's got countermeasures! Let's go! Okay. Jaguar GR1 and Buccaneer 2, we've decided not to increase the battery and use attack aircraft and ground battle, so please note the... Blah 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 blah. Okay, F-16 nets. They're not moving them down so much. Blah blah blah. AMX ground battles hype. Don't bullshit us. We don't want the AMX at 10.7. We want it to stay. Okay. Don't move it to fucking 11.0. We'll kill you. Tram going up. They're planning on putting in the AGM 123 skipper in. I still don't think it should be going up though. If there is a person with a Strela or a Tunguska with a fucking brain in their head, they will think not to look only at their radar screen, but use their eyes and pan the skies for things that could be murdering them and their team. And they will go, oh shit, there's a tram, maybe there's an F5, maybe there's an F4, maybe there's an A10 way above us. I should shoot my missile at that and kill it. So I still don't think it should be going up. S25, they're moving a bunch of the they somehow think they can justify this bullshit. No. They stay at the BR they're at because they suck. You cannot fucking get away with this. They're shit aircraft and they stay at the BRs because they're bad. They're hard to use. They're hard to use. Their weapons are one-hit kills. You have to hit a tank with 1 to 2 AGM-65Bs and 1 to 2 AGM-65Ds. They're not guaranteed kill weapons. Sometimes you can hit them with 3 or 4 and they still don't die because of the variation algorithm. Now, they're moving the Etendard up, but it's getting the AS-30L. But that's not what you use the Etendard for. You use it for the bombs. Carrying the AS-30L gets rid of the bombs. So then you only get 2 kills instead of 4. So it's pointless. So then they have the updated table. And the S27 is going down, the MiG-29G is going down, Nets is only going down to 12.0. So, and then they removed all of these, which sucks, because they all should go down. But that's whatever. These are all staying. The GR7 and the AVB Plus are still the F4EJ Kai is going down. The MLA and MLD are going down. The UK is going down to 10.7. That's awesome. The EJ is going down. The ADTW is going down. These are really these two. This one's especially funny. These two I understand. It is kind of ridiculous how now the J7E is going to be lower in BR than the A10, and the same BR as the other A10. That's pretty crazy, man. They're not great for CAS, but they're damn good air superiority fighters and interceptors. But I'm going to be excited to use the J8B and the J7E in CAS now that they're going to be lower. It's definitely going to be a lot easier to avoid air defense in the J7E and in the J8B. They're still moving the F5, blah, blah, blah. Edit based on feedback. F104J going down 10.0. Wah. Wow, love it. Buccaneer S2 and the Jaguar GR1A got scrapped. AMX going down to 10, going up to 10.7. Change based on feedback. Yep, there we go. The Jaguar A and E not going up. Good. Super Etendard going up. We'll see the ability to carry S30L. No, that's not what you. It's not what you use it for. It's shit. Q5L going up to 10.3, getting countermeasures finally. The Ayit is not going to 10.0. As I said, 938790. 938790. 938790. That's how it should be. It should not be none of this 9397 bullshit. Like maybe you can put the Ayit at 9.7, but these have to stay at 8.7. These two right here have to stay at 8.7. They cannot go up. It's a bullshit change. Now this can go to 9.0, not 9.3. Moving on from that, because that's the last of that stuff, is the Condor 2, which is again is in the leak list. It gets triple. It's a Minesweeper, so it gets twin 25mm mounts. in the back, and so it gets 2 twin 25mm mounts in the back, and it gets 1 twin 25mm mount in the front. Also, in the front, you get Strela 2M man pads, 4 of them. It is a Minesweeper, so it's pretty slow. But overall, it's nothing in the sky is going to be alive because you've got man pads at like what, like 5.0. Oh. Uh. Has a radar. And then some interesting history, blah blah blah. And then the Milan temporarily returns for the anniversary of its first flight. Don't get this thing. It's not that good. Yeah. It would be nice if it was that good, but it's not that good. You can't fire the AIM-9Bs past Mach. It doesn't get any countermeasures. It's fairly okay for air or for ground. Because it's got the AS-30L and then it's got 4 1,000-pound bombs, or these massive fucking rocket pods, which are ridiculous. They go out to like here. And then it gets 2 9Bs and 2 Defas, so it's nice, but it's not that good. So I wouldn't get it. Definitely get this though. The Sav and a decal are available for the Swedish National Security Forces Day. I highly recommend this. For 1,300 Golden Eagles, get this shit. Get it. It is an awesome vehicle. I take this thing to 5.7, 6.7, 6.3, drop nukes with it. I got like 18 kills with this thing at 6.3. Because I brought I think I did a 5.7 match and I got up tiered to 6.3, but it was unfortunately not a 6.7 game. It did yield high kills. Like I did get 18 kills to 1 death, which was insane. It was awesome. And then there's this cool wiki decal, which is funny. I should definitely play this thing to get that decal before it's gone. But yeah, highly recommend the Stop 2012. Very, very good tank. Viable until, as I said, 5.7 and into up tiers. It's very, very fast. New locations: Mysterious Valley and Bering Sea. Whoa, 2 maps nobody cares about. So there's Mysterious Valley, which is set in China. It has the it it has the Three Gorges Dam, and all the comments are, "Can we bomb it? Can we destroy it?" Comment is being validated by a moderator. Would be cool if the dam could be based to strike gas. We do not have any plans to create a civilian object as a target in game. Aww. So yeah, this is the Three Gorges Dam. This is map set in China. Definitely not how the Three Gorges Dam looks like in regular China. Like this, it destroyed a lot of homes for a lot of poor people in China, so it was very bad. And it's not really a civilian infrastructure. It really is put forth by the CCP, which is like a military government, in my opinion. Aside from that, yeah, it would be cool if like they did add, as I said here, evil Third Reich dam at any point for the bouncing bombs for the British, or in the Korean War there was 84s or 82s. I think it might have been 84s. It should have been 84s. I think they needed to destroy a dam in Korea, North Korea, I think. So they pulled old Mark 44 torpedoes. I think that's what they're called. They're the old torpedoes used on stuff like the BTD, and they're the ones with the wood box around their nose. Basically, they're like the Dash 44 or something like that. And they literally hit the dam with the torpedoes to destroy it or damage it. So there's these two. Nobody cares about the naval map. it's another air map, but it was whatever. And then there is the update 2.35.0.1107. They fucked the red top, which I'm kind of pissed about. They fucked the red top. So they dropped the guidance time from 40 seconds to 30 seconds, which is whatever. If you don't kill somebody with the red top in like 20 seconds, it's really not happening. It's really not happening at 20 seconds. The missile guidance delay has been reduced from 0.6 to 0.3, so that could be like some like cool like close-in shots. Then they nerfed its G-pull. They nerfed the missile that was made to replace the red top, the fire streak, worse than the fire streak. The fire streak has 15 Gs of pull. Now this has 12. I actually really want to read this report. Let's see what this report is about. Red top incorrect overload. Adjust control surface response to suit launch according to conditions. I don't know. I don't like it, even if it is like real, like how it's supposed to be. I don't like it. A bug for blah blah blah. Okay, so spawn point costs for the H Mark 1 are gonna go up, which is whatever, I guess. It kind of sucks for people who use this thing, but it is what it is. It does have the ability to kill things early game. SPAs, light tanks, blah blah blah. They've nerfed the shit out of the Star Streak, so there's that. But after that is the Churchill AVRE Operation Overlord event. So June 6th, from June 5 to June 17, you will be able to research the Churchill AVRE, which is a Churchill Mark III, as you can see by the turret, with a spigot mortar on it. So it is 18 kilograms shell with 16 kilograms of explosives, which is a lot. That's more than the Type 99 shell, which has 14 grams of explosives. So it should have anywhere from 67 to 66 mils a pen. Maybe it'll have 68, around there, because of the exponential-esque way that HE shells work going up is, once you get to a certain point, like the difference in penetration between the Sturm Tiger and the Type 99 is like minuscule. Like the Sturm Tiger, with its massive amount of HE, has 73 mils a pen, I believe, while the Type 99 with only 14 kilograms of explosive has 64. So, yeah, there's that. So like the standard M109 M107 shell has like, I want to see like 8, maybe 7 kilograms of explosives in it, and that has 61 mils a pen. And then there's a Type 99 shell with 14, and it only does 64. So there's like an exponential-esque thing where it moves up, and then it starts to slow how much millimeters of penetration it has. So, but it's 230 millimeter spigot mortar. It really shouldn't be a rank 2. Like, we're using rank 3 and above to get a rank 2. Hold on, let me find where it is. Yeah, you'll be able to do ground battles at rank 3 or above in arcade. So you have to do rank 3 and above. And you can use rank 1 and up event vehicles to do this also. But you have to use rank 3 to get a rank 2. So this thing, I think, in my opinion, really should be rank 3. Just so it can be used in events like more effectively. Actually, no, that's not how that works, because I won't talk about that. But this thing should be rank 3, in my opinion. and in other people's opinions. Let me check the comments. One of my friends said it. Yeah. Why is this still rank 2? Yep. This should not be rank 2. Should be rank 3. Send. Then there's the update teaser, which brings us to this. So, fortunately, oh, I can't play the sound. All right, we're gonna break this down real quick. So we have got Iskanders. We've got a radar, which is like the M35. It's like Cyrillic M. ZSU is already in game. Grads. So the grads are here. Did I? No. Okay, did not. Okay, so they're loading version, loading files. Whoops, I accidentally full screened, which ended the recording. Thanks, Xbox Game Capture. Real cool. All right, so it says choose platform F-15C. Desired platform. Compatibility check, and it runs through missiles. So we're going to run this at 25 times. Watch. Here, R-77, MBDA Mika, PL-12, R-Darter, AM-4, AIM-120 AMRAAM, matching missile found, and beginning adaptation for AIM-120, so we'll put it back at. So those are all the missiles coming, so they added that in into the teaser. FOX-3 adaptation complete. Happy hunting. And then they show the F-15C with the AIM-120s. Now the multifunction displays are actually multifunction now. Here is the Desert Warrior for the UK. Here is the Namur RCWS-30 for Israel. Here is the ZSL 92, which is it's a WZ305 301. Yeah, the WMA 301 with just like a 30 mil on top. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. J11A. Here's the USH 204 GK. Here's the Gripen with AIM-120s. That's a Swedish Gripen, by the way. Here is the MiG-21 9193 Bison, the UPG for the UK. Here is Beanie Lux. So there's Netherlands. So here's Belgium. Here's Luxembourg. Here's the Netherlands. And here we have the Gloucester Gladiator, Gloucester Meteor. We have the Spitfire Clipped Wing. We have the Hawker Hunter. We have the Fairey Firefly. We have the Fokker G1. We have the F-104G, I believe. We have the Mirage 5. We have the F-16. One of these is, this one's probably an A. This one's probably an ADF. There's the Three Nations. There's the F-104. There's the Fairey Firefly. There's the other F-16. There's a really, really cool skin for the... I really, really like this shot. Like this, that's so cool. That is so cool for the Mirage 5. Here's the Fokker G1, J11A. R77s on the SC-27 SM3. There's the Condor 2. There's F-16 with FOX-3s. Blah, 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 blah. Namur. But there's there's command vehicles now into the game, AI stuff. I think this is a new Russian ship. So it's got, looks to have like a 76 millimeter auto-loaded 76 millimeter turret right here. 2 torpedo tubes with 4 launchers each, and then it has an AK-630, which that's pretty cool. Bison again. Okay, so now next is up for the Russian side. blah 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 CY27CM. So okay, and then it stops and it says R77. So it stops the R77. So they type in SE27SM, and it stops at the R77. So I thought that was pretty cool, right? Because my friend told me about this, right? And they're like, FOX-3 available, happy hunting. And then it's the fucking F-15C. They didn't even bother to make it the so they made a different version for the Russian side with the R77 instead of the M120, but then they didn't make it the Su-27SM. They made it the F-15C still. So I thought that was pretty lazy on them for that. So moving on, all of the AI vehicles coming to the game. So we have the OTR-21 Tochka, we have the MGM-140 Atakums, we have the MGM-52 Lance, which was the previous, it was the predecessor to the Atakums and HIMARS, the MIM-104 Patriot, the MIM-23 Hawks. The MIM-23 Hawk was the predecessor to the Patriot. We have the S-300, we have the SA-2, the S-75, we have the BGM-109G, which is basically a ground-launched cruise missile. The Oshkosh M983, it's basically like a semi. We have the KH-55, we have the Grad, we have the Smerch BM-21, BM-30. We have the Gietzen B, the 2836, the 9K720 Iskander, we have the M198 Howitzer, we have the M270 MLRS, we have the RM70 MLRS, and we have the command posts for, S-300, Atakums, Patriot, Hawk. Not Atakums, but you understand what I mean. So first off, there is the Tochka, which I chose. What I could find Ukrainian, I did choose for the Tochka. So here's that, and then there's the and yep, that's carrying out sometime in 2022. And then here is a video of Atakums being launched. And those were going off to hit their target. That was sometime late last year, early this year, I think. Here is the thing we all know we think as the HIMARS, but it's really not. I don't remember the exact name for this vehicle, but it's launching in Atakums. There is also the Lance missile system, which was before the Atakums and HIMARS. Could have been nuclear capable, just like the Atakums. Here is the Patriot, launching its standard missile. Here's the Patriot's radar. Here is the full Patriot system. So you've got the control station. Usually I believe there would be a generator as well. There's the radar, and then there is the missile system. So you've got the point one, and then you've got the long range one, stuff like that. Here's the MIM-23 Hawk. Here is a Ukrainian MIM-23 Hawk. So it says, you see it says U.S. Army. Got some Ukrainian writing, some, love to the enemy. U.S. Army and USMC missiles on the same launcher, which is pretty cool. Here is the standard S-300 battery layout. So you've got the radar, command vehicle, engagement radar, launch vehicle. And here is the S-300 launcher. Here is the SA-2, the S-75. Here is the radar that the SA-2 would use. Here is the standard layout. So if Gaijin does choose to do the standard layout, it would be something like this, where it's 6 launchers and then the command radar in the middle. Here is the BGM-109G Gryphon. It's the ground-launched cruise missile. So it has 4 launchers, and this is let me move that back.
At the Dugway Proving Ground, Utah, the Air Force is conducting flight tests of the BGM-109 Tomahawk Ground-Launched Cruise Missile, or GLICM. GLICMs are launched from transporters capable of off-road movement and quick deployment to remote locations. 4 transporter erector launchers, each with 4 missiles, and 2 launch control centers, will constitute an Air Force tactical GLICM unit.
Each with 4 missiles.
The missile is propelled from the launch tube by a solid fuel boost motor. Seconds after launch, the boost engine is jettisoned. The wings, tail fins, and engine intake extend, and the turbofan engine starts. The 1,500-mile range GLICM is equipped with a highly advanced terrain contour matching guidance system, which compares a radar picture of the flight path with previously stored data to guide it to the target. All primary test objectives, including launch from a transporter erector launcher, transition from boost to cruise flight, separation of the boost engine, and sustained cruise flight, were met. GLICM procurement will begin in fiscal year 1981, and initial operational capability is scheduled for December 1983. Current plans call for ground-launched cruise missiles to be deployed in Great Britain and on the European continent.
So yeah, that's the GLICM. Here's what it looks like from the standard vehicle that I found that launches it. So when it said 4 per each, 4 each, I thought it meant 4 per launcher, but that wouldn't make sense. So it's 4 in each launching box. Here's the Tomahawk, basically. And then here is the, what was it called? The M983. It's like the standard U.S. Army truck, basically. Here it is. Here's the KH-55. Apparently it's coming. As you can see, it's the X-75, so that's coming to the game. Here's the BM-21, Ukrainian again, because I chose that. Here's the BM-30 Smerch. So there's that. Here's the BM-30 Smerch. Everybody's seen the
Boy.
Yeah, and that's just basically them scooting out. Netherlands, the bread will have a special flavor this coming year. That was 2 years ago. That was very early in the war. And then the Gietsan B. What is it? What was it? The 2A36 Gietsan B. Here. 152 millimeter gun, big ass gun. Then next is the Iskander. So it's got 2 Iskander missiles per launch vehicle. As you can see, if a good view back here, the 9K730 Iskander. And then there's the loading vehicle. It would be cool to see this in the convoy. I don't think it will be, because these are all AI vehicles. Here is the M198 howitzer used by, I believe, like the Army and the Marine Corps. I think it's the Marine Corps. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, here it is. Try to find some decent pictures. Here is the M270. Now, this is as we know, the HIMARS's big brother. It carries 2 of everything the HIMARS vehicle we know can. So this is pretty cool. It could carry 12 instead of 6. And it is awesome. And it can also carry 2 ATACMs instead of 1, or 1 ATACMs and 6 HIMARS rockets. And then here is the RM-70. Now, this is an Indonesian RM-70. Now, the really, really, really fucking cool thing about the RM-70, now these are some of the best photos that I could find, is that when you're done, because this is an upgraded grad, this is a Czech grad, basically. They took it and they were like, okay, we can make the grad better. So they gave it a better chassis. They gave it a whole load of rockets with you. So once you're done firing all 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So once you're done firing all 40 rockets, you turn the launcher around so the tubes are all facing that way. The openings would be out here, and you just shove 40 more rockets in. So you have 80 rockets in one vehicle. Obviously, in modern conflict, that's questionable, but I'm pretty sure these are in Ukraine right now. But it is good. To have 80 rockets ready to go, like fire all 40, let the tubes cool down for 5 minutes, maybe reposition a little bit so you don't get hit by a lancet, and then load 40 more up and fire and then just scoot? Hell yeah! So yeah, these are all coming as AI vehicles. Hopefully, some of this shit comes into ground, like the HIMARS and the Grad. I really hope the Grad and the Smirch come to the game. And the M270, it'd be really cool to direct hit people with HIMARS rockets. That'd be fucking hilarious, right? So, yeah. So I really hope that the Grad and the Smirch and the HIMARS and the M270 and especially the RM-70 come to the game in ground tech trees, because it'd be really, really fun to use them. But yeah, so all my opinions have been in this video. All this shit. Please subscribe. Please, be mindful. Please get your opinion out there. Yeah, please get your opinion out there, because it's very important that the community speaks out against bad things that Gaijin does with the game, because it can very much hurt the game. Like, it hurts the game terrible. It's terrible for the game. Like the option for the air battles. That's bad. It needs to be small matches so people can enjoy the game, so they can have a fair fight that isn't a clusterfuck, that isn't unrealistic. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found some of this helpful. Please just get your voice out there. That is very important to me, that players, even if you're very inexperienced, just getting your voice out there and being comfortable with a game like War Thunder, where it's very much suck it up and deal with it and suffer. It's very important to feel okay talking about what you feel like is shit and what is good. So yeah, please just do that.